Hey everybody, welcome back. Mackenzie Lambert here, your host for Mac and the Movies. I am back after a much needed break to celebrate leveling up to 42. The perks suck, and as you get older, birthdays just feel like another day. Anyway, we're continuing our journey through the films that made Fallout. Today's entry is a gem of a cult classic, Bruno Mattei's Rats, Night of Terror. The film opens with a lengthy plot dump. Turns out in 2015, which was over 3 decades away when this film was released, nuclear war wiped out most of humanity. Over the course of 225 years, the remaining humans have split into 2 groups. Those who wish to stay in the underground cities and those who want to explore and scavenge on the surface. Those who went up top became known as the New Primitives. This is particularly interesting within the context of Fallout. Over the course of the franchise, it has become a common element of overseers of vaults, turning their nose up to people who want to go to the surface instead of enjoying the creature comforts of living underground. We follow a band of scavengers, possibly raiders, but not conclusively so, led by Kurt.
Boss, head man, top dog. Big cheese, a head honcho.
Among his group of surface explorers are Chocolate, Taurus, Video, Myrna, Diana, Duke, Deuce, Lucifer, Lilith, and Noah. They come across the remnants of a town and find the local tavern. Inside they find crates of food and an underground lab that try to regrow plants, fruits, and provide fresh water. As they stay around, more and more rats appear. Soon, the tavern and the rest of the town are infested with hundreds of rats. The group must try to survive the night, with their numbers dwindling with repeated rat attacks. The best way to describe director Bruno Mattei is he's the clown prince of Italian genre cinema and not above blatantly stealing from other movies. See this particular scene from Shocking Dark, which is clearly ripping off Aliens.
20 yards.
They found their way into the shelter.
That's impossible. We sealed off the entrance. 18 yards. 17 yards. No way. This shelter's considered inaccessible.
To quote Mattei, "I make films the same way a cartoonist would." Mattei's other films of infamy include The Other Hell, Hell of the Living Dead, and the Red-Brown classics Strike Commando and Robo-War. Not far behind Mattei is his partner in cinematic crime, Claudio Fragasso. For all you bad movie lovers out there, you have Claudio here to thank for the legendary Troll 2. On Rats, Claudio was the co-writer along with his longtime writing partner,
Rossella Drudi.
Rats, Night of Terror is a mishmash of subgenres. It's a post-apocalypse film a la Aftermath. The rats themselves seem less like rats and more like zombies. Shades of Night of the Living Dead with this crew of characters in a siege situation. These characters capture the tropes of a slasher film: the hot chick, the young naive girl, the sex pot hottie, the tough badass woman, the comic relief, etc. So Mattei gives us a post-apocalypse zombie-ish nature's revenge siege film with a bit of slasher. And this stands as one of his more enjoyable films. He makes the most of the resources available to him. The cast have a great time and work well off of each other. The set is left over from Sergio Leone's Once Upon a Time in America and offers an unsettling atmosphere. Within the universe of Fallout, rats are not presented as the most dangerous of animals. They are not even remotely the same degree of danger as a Deathclaw or a super mutant. They're usually the enemies you fight during the tutorial or opening area. Learning the basic mechanics of the game, whether it's navigation or combat, this film serves as a good reminder of how dangerous rats can be, especially when they're encountered in large numbers. This film can be a hard watch due to clear moments of animal abuse. You can see some of the rats are on fire during 1 or 2 sequences. Yet the only instance of censorship involves the most memorable kill in the film. This was for the Canadian release. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's crazy to think Canada cut this scene despite there being no gore whatsoever. If you've seen this movie before, you know exactly the moment I'm referring to. The film was filled with noted talent of Italian cinema. I'll just focus on the key players of the cast. In the role of Kurt, the leader, is Ottaviano Dell'Acqua. I do not say this lightly when I say this man is one of the greatest stuntmen ever. He comes from a family full of them. For all the films he's worked on, this is likely his most memorable moment. Yes, he was the iconic Worm Eye in Lucio Fulci's Zombie. Massimo Vanni plays the character of Taurus, another key figure in Italian stunt work. He's also the cousin of Enzo G. Castellari, the action director behind the original Inglourious Basterds. Lastly, we have the always delightful Greta in the role of, who else, Chocolate. She's not as much of a roughneck as seen in other films like Warrior of the Lost World and Shocking Dark. She is the epitome of the final girl. Resourceful but not overpowered compared to the rest of the crew. I'm fortunate enough to be in regular contact with her, and she is very cool with her fans. Rat's Night of Terror is a solid entry and one that fits well into the lore of Fallout. The Rats offer a sense of danger, the cast is game, good atmosphere, and a twist ending you won't forget, and one I won't spoil. You can find this film on Tubi for free with ads. And that finishes this entry in the films that made Fallout. Thanks for watching. Next time we will take a look at Hell Comes to Frogtown, starring the iconic Rowdy Roddy Piper. Until then, this is Mackenzie Lambert from Mac in the Movies, signing off. Take care, everybody.